Hey everybody, it's Carol. Thanks for checking out today's video. Today we're making a mini art journal. It's going to be 8 pages. It's really quick and simple, but the video is a little lengthy, so I warn you. I'm starting off with mixed media paper, and this is 12 by 18. I've used this to wipe off my brayer and test the stencil and whatnot, so I've already got the background for all of the pages of this book, so that's really great. If you don't want to do something like that, you can always just use plain paper. You could use sketch paper, drawing paper. It's whatever size the paper is, it's definitely going to be fold down to a different size book, obviously, but like I said, I'm using a 12 by 8, and I'm taking it from top to bottom. This is lengthwise, and I'm going to do put a really good crease on there. You're going to see me crease this thing to death. Now I'm going side to side, and I'm creasing again, and then folding it back over, and another crease there, bam, back down, and I'm going to go, just let me crease that one more time, and so I'm going to take the right side to the center, good crease there, and then I'll do the same thing with the other side with another crease, and then I am recreasing those same folds. Alright, so I've got all my creases that I'm recreasing, and I'm going to fold it completely in half, right to left, and I'm going to see that center line. I'm going to cut, make sure it's on the fold should be on the right, and you're going to cut through that you're going to cut up to that next line. And you've got your little slit there. That makes your pages, folks. That's it. That's your art journal. So, like I said, I've already gotten my background started, and now all I need to do is just close those up. You could either close it by adding some washi tape like I did on the side, or you could sew along the edges, whatever it is you want to do. But I'm going to glue this one shut, and I'm using Elmer's glue stick. It's extreme glue stick, and I'm going to make sure that I glue just around the edges, not in the center of the pages, just the edges and along that slit as well. And then I'll fold it top down again, and there you go. They're all glued shut, and I'm recreasing again, and I'll just stand it up and let it dry. But you want to make sure that those center parts are really together there. So now it's all dry, and then you can do what you want to do on there. You could either add gesso, paint, whatever you want to do. It does have a natural fold to it already, but if you don't want that front cover to be your cover, just refold it again, and just flip it to the page that you want and recrease it again, and there you go. But let me show you something else here. If you want to knock that background into the back there, if the color's too bright, too much for you, just take some gesso, or this is Dylusions white linen acrylic paint, and just do a thin layer, and look how it pushes that background into the back already. So it's not so strong to, it doesn't stand out so much. So I'm going to put another layer on there because I really want to push that back even further. See if I put a lot on, see how that is? But I'm just going to blend that out, and once it dries, that'll be great. And I'm just going to use some extra here and there on this page, just because I didn't want to waste it. I'll go and wash that applicator and come back and do something different. So again, depending on the size paper that you use will determine what size book you end up with. And again, that was a 4.5 by 6 that 18 by 12 folded down to. So if you need to get some coffee, you need a bathroom break, go ahead and pause here, because now we're going to come back and look at the cover of this. And that stencil mark that was in the corner looked like the feathers to a bird. So I thought, well, let me sketch in a bird real quick. So that's what I'm doing. Now, I've never seen a bird like this. I don't know if a bird exists. I'm completely pulling this out of my imagination. So if it looks strange to you, I apologize, but I normally don't paint birds. I'm also adding just a little bit of water in the background, and I'm spraying some of this Jane Davenport's hydrangea ink on there just to blend that out a little bit to make it look like it's the sky in the background. I outlined this bird with the Stabilo pencil, and the Stabilo pencil is water soluble, so it's going to react with any wet medium that you put down. So you'll see some of those lines get darker as I touch it with water. And now I'm using Tim Holtz Gather Twigs stain and Jane Davenport's Incredible Chocolate. Again, totally making up this bird and just putting feathers where I think they should be. Now if I put gesso behind here, it would really give a different look for this ink. But because it's mixed media paper, the paper didn't need to be prepped at all. Again, going back over it with the Stabilo pencil to put in some darker outlines. I'm going to use, you'll see me use several different types of white pencils, gel pens, white markers to try and get some brightness in this eye, and nothing really was taking well, and I think it's because of the ink that's underneath it. I ended up liking the eye after all, but you'll just see me go at it quite a few times just trying to get it right. And this is, it's not a Stabilo pencil, it's a Prismacolor black pencil, because I did not want any pigment to move when I put the paintbrush over top of this. And this is a wood die, a wooden die that I got from Michaels that I've made it into a makeshift stamp. It's not a perfect stamp. It does stamp an image slightly, but I just want the suggestion of a bush or leaves or something, that some kind of greenery that this bird is sitting on. And I'm using Tim Holtz Distress Oxide ink. All right, that looks like that's enough because it wasn't really coming out the way I want it to. And I'll just reactivate some of this ink with a damp brush and move it around a little. And the last thing I want to do is just put some really loose outline around the entire bird. I'm using Jane Davenport's Incredible pen. Going back to that eye in just a second. Yep. Okay, I give up on the eye right now. But it turned out not looking too bad, right? So there you have it. There's the little journal that I made. I want you to make tons of these and let me know how you liked it. But do me a favor in the meantime. Hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit the share button, and thanks for watching. And I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.